Hi, we're live. I'm going to try to put this on social media, so please bear with me while I'm doing that. We are here at 8 o'clock on a Monday evening, and I'm putting stuff on social media. I wish they would give you just a link that you could use for this, but sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. There we go. Monsters and robots. If you saw the thumbnail, you will see that we finished our robot puppet, which is good. Oh, great. The very first shot is of me looking down, which is a great way to engage with an audience. Anyway, it's a little bit early today because I am always way too late on this. I always set up way too late. Hey, two people. Hi. Pixie. Or Pika. Oh, no, Pika's here. Oh, you've got Pika. Pixie's here. Hey, hi, Michelle. How are you? Well, I'm just putting stuff on. I wish I had a social media person to put this stuff online for me. My people are live streaming. Boop. Okay. So I'm just putting stuff on social media because I'm trying to make sure that people can see when we go live. How much hair loss is normal? About 50 to 100 strands a day for the average person. But that's average, so I would say anywhere from 0 strands to 200 strands would be within normal. If you've just started growing your hair out, I would say that you are doing quite well. You're probably not losing any more hair than anybody else. I think that whenever people grow their hair out for the first time, they don't realize how much hair you actually lose every day because your hair is so really, really short. I made it. Hi, Ellen. How are you? Love that robot. I will show off the robot. Hi! Oh my gosh, we've got a lot of people here. I'm actually telling... We are live streaming. We are live streaming with robots and puppets and monsters. That's what we're talking about. Pixie, are you here?
I'm around.
Oh, can you entertain the troops while I'm posting on social media?
Where am I?
No, sir, please. How much hair?
Hiding.
Yes, I thought I did answer that. You lose about 50 to 100 strands of hair per day. So I hope that answers your question. But there is a video on my channel about it if you want to know. But it's about 50 to 100 strands a day. So it's a decent amount. So don't worry if you think you're losing too much hair. The best way to tell if you're losing too much hair is if you find bald patches or you're going bald. So.
I thought we were talking about puppets.
We are. Someone
Why
says.
are we talking about hair?
Someone says that's Rupert, not Pixie. Do you sound like Rupert the pig?
Who's Rupert?
You haven't met Rupert yet?
No!
Oh.
I have not met Rupert!
You haven't?
You have not introduced me.
I've not introduced you.
You have not introduced me!
Oh, we'll have to have the two of you meet at some point. Might be a little bit too much to do tonight. Might be a little bit much to do live.
Yes.
We are live streaming with robots.
I have lots and lots of hair.
You have lots of hair, yes.
Yes.
Pixie have lots. Oh, yeah.
Really,
Justin says that you have a lot of hair. Okay, good. All right, so I am done with the social media stuff. I really do wish that I knew a better way of doing this, but if we live stream on the phone, we don't have a link to give. So you have to kind of...
So, yeah.
Are you showing off your hands?
One of them.
One of them. So, yeah, Pixie is what's known as a live hand puppet.
Can you give me a hand?
Yep. So, Pixie is what's known as a live hand puppet. And if you notice... Oh, got to show off your shirt.
I am the coolest kid ever! Ever!
That's right, find the lens. So, Pixie has a shirt, and she has a head, and she has hair, and she has...
Hands!
Live hands. She has 2 live hands. Nice to meet Pixie. Hi.
Hello.
Oh, Original Evan B. Oh, and Heather's here too. My goodness, so many people. So Pixie, yeah, she's a live hand puppet, which means that she can do things like pray and clap and do all sorts of things like that. And live hand puppets, do you mind if I show them how they work?
Sure.
Okay, so a live hand puppet is a little different from a rod puppet. A rod puppet would have a hand that, hi Cricket, that you would put on a stick and you would be able to hold and move it. With a live hand puppet, you have an arm that's attached to the puppet body, and then and then there's this big hand. If you notice, it's a much oversized hand. How long did it take me to make the hands? It took me about 2 days to make the hands, and then another day to make the arms and then attach them. And so you put your hands in the live hands just like gloves. And one thing that we did say last week when I showed you the first 2 hands, which were your hands, these are the ones that we made. We
actually mixed them up. I don't know whose hands belong to whom, but
but
you can say it's mine.
These are Pixie's hands.
They're my hands.
So these hands, if you notice, there's a lot of fur. It's really, really furry. But the fingers aren't so much. The fingers have a little bit less hair on them, and that is because these are shaved.
You shaved my hands?
Oh, not shaved, but buzzed.
They buzzed my hands.
Clippers, with hair clippers. So I built the hands, and then I gave them to Peter, he's not here again.
Always.
Always.
I'm sure if you peek really close, you can see little bits of him.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of plaid behind you. I don't know how that happens.
Where?
Right behind you.
Where?
Over there.
I don't see any plaid.
Okay. Another thing that we realized, I don't know if you've seen this week's video where you made your debut. George and Dog met you and your brother.
Yeah. The dog met my brother. I met George.
That's right. Well, oh, no, you didn't even meet George. You just talked to your brother.
Well, I talked to him. You just never saw that scene.
Oh, I see. So one of the
Things happen off camera, folks.
Yep. So one of the things that we had to change about that was...
My eyes!
Yep, her eyes. So can you go a little bit close? If you see Pixie's eyes, they're now a beautiful violet color that matches her hair just beautifully. They
were green.
They were green, and when you use a green screen, which we use to add in the backgrounds to our videos...
My eyes disappeared.
Your eyes disappeared. So if you look at the George video from this week, Pixie, right behind Pixie are all these boxes that are brown, and then Pixie's eyes turn brown, and occasionally they said Home Depot in her eyes.
Ooh.
Which is not a look. I mean, it's fine for the backgrounds we had, but it's a little bit too much.
Depot.
So we had to change out your eye color, which I like this eye color better.
Okay.
I think it looks better with your hair.
And don't make my green eyes purple.
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 Purple. Purple! What?
How much caffeine did you have today? Hi, tell me how much hair loss is normal per day. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me, but the hair loss...
150 strands!
Well, 50 to 100 strands.
That too.
That too. So 50 to 100 strands. And I'm sorry, that's going to be the last time I can answer that question just because I've answered it a couple times now tonight. But thank you so much for joining us. Can you grab your brother? Can we show off your brother too?
He'll cry if I grab him.
Well, just can you lift him up gently and
I'll
bring him over?
go and get him.
Go and get him.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'm going.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Sheesh.
Oh, Justin's son Elijah says, hi, Pixie.
Hello.
Hello. She's down for the count for a minute. Okay, I can bring up Pica. I can do Pica. Okay, so Pica is her brother. This is Pica. And one of the cool things that I like about Pica is we managed to find a pair of overalls for Pica, which I think are adorable. I really like Pica. So, hold on a quick second. Let me add him in. It's tough when you're the puppeteer and you're also the host. So this is Pica.
Hello.
And Pica also he's just like Pixie, except he has a boy puppet.
Yeah, that means my ears are really floppy, because floppy ears are on boy puppets.
So Pica also has...
Look at my hands. Oh my goodness, I've got beautiful hands. 2 of them. I have 2 hands. I can pick up things like this mouse, and I can click on things, and then I can hand it to my other hand. And it's hard sometimes to be a puppeteer with your left hand, but I'm learning a whole lot.
So, yeah. Pica and Pixie were finished. And if I post something inadvertently on Facebook, that's because...
I was holding the mouse wrong.
Yeah, so Pica, one of the things that we noticed about Pica is on top of his head right here is some, this is a feather boa.
It's my hair.
It's a feather boa.
It's my hair.
It's a feather boa. And the green, I think I like Pica better.
Ha! Did you see that, Pixie? He likes me better.
That's just mean.
That's mean. We're twins. But I am better. I'm much better.
Stop that.
So, yeah, so Pica,
I have cool overalls. They're like this. We got them at a closeout sale in the mall. It was great.
Yeah. I'm a twin, too. Oh, I didn't know that about you, Cricket. I knew you had a sibling, but I didn't know that you were a twin.
Yeah, twins are the best.
So, yeah, the green on here is the wrong color, so we're going to have to add other hair color because that disappears as well. Twins are awesome. I have two.
Michelle, you have twins? Hello, twins. Hello. Hello. I'm your Uncle Pica. Or I'm your cousin Pica. I'm a puppet.
Yeah. So, I do need to give you a bit of a haircut.
Why?
Because you've got hair in your eyes.
I like hair in my eyes. It's cool. It means I'm a goth.
I presume Pica is the nice twin. Well,
What is that supposed to mean?
He didn't mean it.
so Pica and Pixie will have their own. Let me take my hand out of the live hand. Pica and Pixie will have their own show.
When's that going to happen?
Soon. And they're going to have
How
to.
soon is soon?
Whenever we decide what we can take off the schedule to do that for. So Pica is the one who has a really strong imagination, and Pixie is the one who has a really strong sense of like math and science. She's very analytical. So we've decided the series is going to be about problem solving for very small kids, for kids like 5 to 10 or something like that, or maybe 5 to 8. And yeah, so oh, there we go. This is a little more comfortable for Pica.
Yeah.
There we go.
How you doing?
Well, look at that. We're in the same frame.
Says that I'm the nice one.
And
I'm nice. I'm nice. I'm the nicest puppet in the whole wide world, and my ears make noise 'cause I did, and so I'm right.
what does that make me?
Pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we did want to do, well, one, we hadn't made any girl puppets, right? We didn't actually make any girl puppets. We
What
have
about
some.
Mama George?
Oh yeah, Mama George, but she's they're so fluffy. I know, aren't they? They're beautiful. This, I have to say, I
I'm
watched.
so pretty. Oh, so pretty.
That's as many.
And I'm pretty.
That's as many. Nope.
What?
Copyright.
What?
This is YouTube.
Oh.
No singing. Make up a different tune. I'm so pretty. Oh, so pretty. Like that. Like that.
You're weird.
I know.
So I was watching a sewing tutorial. I've been watching a whole bunch of like sewing and cosplay and stuff, and somebody made a faux fur stole. Do you know what a stole is?
A stole?
A stole.
Isn't that what? It's a crime to steal.
No, a stole.
A stole?
A stole.
What's
Like
the past tense of stealing?
they used to make them out of mink.
Mink?
Mink stole.
Mink?
Yeah.
James, yep, James Mansfield, who was on RuPaul's Drag Race.
He's fabulous. He makes puppets.
And he made a...
What's a puppet?
We'll have to learn later.
Okay.
So he made a fur stole out of exactly this fur.
Did he?
Exactly.
He didn't skin a puppet.
No!
So... I try to cover my face when I'm doing puppetry. So yeah, so if you check out
You
James
should do what
Mansfield...
Peter does.
Hide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put this one. I'm going to put you away. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
So yeah, so he made a fur stole out of this beautiful, beautiful stuff. This is the most beautiful faux fur I've seen in a long time. It's really gorgeous. The other thing we finished, if you were here last week, we started a robot puppet.
A robot!
And we so what happened a week and a half ago? Do you remember on our 3-ingredient recipe?
Oh.
So we
They
had
disliked the sherbet.
a sherbet recipe, and for some reason 90
Rupert was on there.
we got
Maybe they just didn't dislike Rupert.
Your hair keeps hitting my face.
How do you think it feels on me?
I know. Must get in your eyes.
Yes.
So
do
we
something
did
about
an
that.
orange sherbet recipe, and I don't know what happened, but somebody sicked a dislike bot on us. And if you don't,
Yeah, it was pretty sick.
it was pretty sick. If you don't know what in YouTube terms, a dislike bot is this like little program that goes in and it'll just put thumbs down on all of your videos, like a lot of them all at once. And I know it's really mean.
Yeah.
The weird, the controversial sherbet. I know it was so controversial. So we and it doesn't like dislikes don't affect your videos rankings at all. Dislikes are just now that's good. You got that. We got to get you some hairspray.
Yeah.
So they did 98 dislikes. So it's my most disliked video is that orange sherbet recipe, which is because of that. No, I think it's great. So we decided we would make a dislike bot.
Okay.
A robot that doesn't like anything. What's that? It's like a virus? Yeah, it's kind of. It's just like a little program that goes in. It can add a whole bunch of dislikes. I don't know how it must like spoof real accounts. I'm surprised it stayed on there. Hey, what's up? Hi, Chris. So we decided we would make a robot that is a dislike bot, which is a robot that doesn't like anything. He dislikes everything.
I know people like that.
I know a lot of people like that. I'm kind of like that people. Hi, Nate. No. So last week, if you remember, we made the beginnings of a dislike bot. Actually, hold on a quick second. And I'm going to put my button in the frame. So, sorry, that wasn't a very flattering angle. So I started out with a...
Not for a family show, anyway.
No, not for any show. I'm almost 50. So we started out...
Old!
It likes... I'm very old.
Old! What?
I'm explaining something.
I know you're old.
I'm old. Yes, I'm old.
You don't need to explain that.
I don't need to explain that. So we started out with a styrofoam ball, like this. Thought I'd stop it, old, not dead. Thought I'd stop it and say hi. Hi!
Hi!
See? Old. Old, not dead. Old. So, we started out with a styrofoam ball like this, cut it in half, and then took some foam, like this, and
Convenient you have all around.
Old is cool. See? I'm cool.
Yeah.
Because I'm so old. And smart. Maybe. Older but wiser. Hey, Juan, how are you? So we started out with this, something like this, and cut it in half, and then added the foam to make a mouth, and then we painted it, and I'm almost done with painting. I just finished, I did his eyes and his rivets. So this is...
Rivets?
Rivets.
He's a frog.
Dislike. So he's almost done. I'm pretty pleased with him. One of the things we have to finish up is his mouth. So this is the foam that's inside. You can see it's painted. Let me get my fingers out. So this is the back of him. So as you see, it's in some cases old and dumb. I'm dumb a lot of the time, so I have to say. Yep. So you can see the styrofoam here. This is foam. This is actually needlepoint plastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That it's a great. It's way down here. It's a great material because it will hold its shape, and that holds the mouth really well. And this is thinner foam, and then these rivets are painted, but they are once again
Fun foam shapes.
Fun foam shapes.
You're sitting on my hand.
Oh, I'm sorry. So these are these little tiny shapes that look like this, and they're just made out of foam material. And those we glued. Actually, they're self-adhesive. They just stuck right on here.
Yeah. It's the same material as this thing.
Yep. So it's all just foam and styrofoam and glue. Yeah. Name for the robot yet? Yes, he is Daryl the dislike bot, because our friend Daryl came in while we were saying what are D names, and Daryl said, how about Daryl? So Daryl, I'm Daryl the dislike bot. I don't think that'll be his voice. I think Peter's going to do his voice.
Peter's doing my voice right now.
Yeah, could he do this one? Ready? No? No.
He doesn't know what the voice is
He doesn't know what the voice is yet. Hey, JS5 Productions, just sub to your channel. Juan, JS5 Productions, who's just joined, I don't know if he's been on a live stream before, but he does filmmaking.
Filmmaking?
Yeah, he went to school for filmmaking, so he makes really, videos that really look like professional film.
What do we do then?
We make puppets.
Okay.
Yep. Dislike. So,
He ducked the question.
I did. So, one of the things I also did, we did this red all over. I spray painted him red with, I forget, what's it called? It's like Flexi something. You can find it at the hardware store, but...
Be right back.
Yep. So cosplayers use it. If you've ever seen people who go to conventions and they dress up in costumes, it's called cosplay. Cosplayers use this. They make their like armor or costumes out of this, out of foam, out of actually the same kind of foam mats that you use on the floor of a gym. And oh, thank you. And it's called Flexi Dip. So it is a, it's a
Don't get it on your fur, folks.
Don't get it on your fur. Don't get it on anything. It sticks like crazy. But it's like a spray paint plastic. And one of the things that's great about this, and again, it's called Flexi Dip, if anybody's going to use that. And if you notice, if you had spray painted something like this, if you tried to move this back and forth, it would crack because spray paint is very stiff once you paint it.
It's not meant to move.
It's not meant to move, but this is meant to move, and because puppets have to move.
I like to move.
You know what's interesting?
What?
When Peter has energy, all the people who come and visit me have energy. Isn't that amazing?
What does that mean?
I don't know. So...
I'll be right back.
Okay. So, yeah. So this is done. The only thing I have to do is the mouth. Healthy lungs. Yeah, Pixie has very healthy lungs. So this inside is not finished, and so that's what I'm going to do tonight. I always like to try to do something about puppet building in these, and that's my twins theme song. I like to move it, move it. Did I hear a glass break? No, Peter opened a drawer that's filled with stuff, so it sounds like glass breaking. Actually, that's a theater that's a theater trick. If you're ever in the theater and you hear in the background, it's not over the speakers. If you hear glass breaking, it's probably somebody dropping a box full of silverware, because that sounds just like a glass breaking, and now you know. I've got to learn to slow down when I'm on these things. I talk so fast. Anyway, so the mouth of a puppet is flat, obviously, on the inside, and covered with cat fur if you live at my house, or just probably puppet fur. So to make it look like it goes back into a throat, into, you know, when you open your mouth, the back of your throat looks black because light doesn't go that far into your mouth because your mouth is kind of small and deep. So to cover this up, sounds like the high note. Oh, yeah. I thought of a bodybuilder puppet idea for you in the future. Oh, cool. That'd be really cool. Oh, Drago Nate, if you see him in the chat, he was drawing designs that people thought of for him, and I thought I couldn't think of a design for a shirt, and he made a design for a shirt that looked like Pixie and Pika. And it does. It looks just like Pixie and Pika. It's really cool. So check out his channel, his most recent vlog video. So this, I traced it out onto a piece of black felt. And black felt is good because it doesn't really reflect very much. This one does because the light's really bright. And this fits in right here onto his mouth. I'm going to glue it while we're talking. Yes, finally made it. Hi, what is it? It's Tia Lisa, right? I keep saying Talisa in my head, but I think you said once it was Tia Lisa, which is cool. It sounds like Auntie Lisa in Spanish. Or in Greek, I guess, because you're Theo. Peter is Theo Peter in Greek. So it's a little bit too big, but see when you open the mouth now, if this went away, now it looks like it goes further back because you can't see it. So if you do like that, it looks like a flat mouth, and then like that, it's a regular mouth. And like most things that we attach that we're not sewing... Oh, is that a beret?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I needed a hat to get my hair out of my face.
That's great. We should get some bobby pins. We'll have to buy some bobby pins to put that in.
Okay.
We should get a beret that's really pink. You know why?
Why?
Because then it could be a raspberry beret. You're too young to know what that means.
What does that mean?
It's like the kind you find in a secondhand store. Didn't see the ponytail at first. I got nervous you cut it. No, not yet. My hair's still here. It's just really warm in the house, and we have to turn off the air conditioning. So, like a lot of things that we attach to puppets when we're not sewing it, we're going to use the glue gun. And I'm just going to glue that into the puppet mouth while we're talking.
Does it hurt?
It doesn't hurt the puppet because it's like surgery. You don't feel it at all.
Yeah, but when you wake up after surgery and the morphine wears off... Oh, I just lost my hat.
You lost your hat? See, that's why we need the...
the morphine wears off and then you're really in a lot of pain.
You know, you're supposed to be the little kids channel. I don't think that we should be talking about morphine.
Well, we haven't started our show yet.
That's true. Maybe we can talk about all the fun drugs you get when you're in the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just using the hot glue gun on low setting, and I'm doing the bottom mouth first. Puppet surgery. Wow, how graphic. I saw some, whose channel was it? There's this guy who, he kind of makes fun of YouTube channels. I'll see if I can find it and I'll link it here. He, yeah, my hair was shortened. I cut off about 6 or 7 inches. Yeah, all the fun stuff you get in the hospital. Yeah, you get all sorts of nice stuff when you're sick in the hospital. So what was I going to say? What was I talking about? Oh, so he makes yes, Prince reference. Yeah, Raspberry Beret. So uh-oh, the cat's on the glue gun. Hello, Pat. Hi, Phone Jones. How are you? Good to have you. You're here all the time. Every time we do a live stream. That's great. So he was talking about. So he makes fun of YouTube. Oh, cat.
Uh-oh.
We might have a bit of a problem. Our cat's claws. Can she make it? Is she gonna? Okay, she made it.
Wow.
Okay, she's gonna get her claw. Our cat is stuck on the couch. She needs to have her claws clipped. And hold on a quick second.
Free her.
Yep. Entertain the troops for a sec.
La! La!
There you go. All right, that one was good.
Is she better now?
Yeah, she's better.
La!
So Gracie has her claws need to be clipped, and she doesn't like to get them clipped.
She's stuck again.
Is she stuck again? Oh, you know what it was because she put her first one up. Okay. So what were we talking about? Raspberry Beret.
Raspberry Beret. The kind you find at a secondhand store.
I cannot remember what I was talking about. There's a guy who I can't remember now what I was talking about. Too much stuff. Drugs.
You were putting a mouth in.
I was putting a mouth in the puppet. And nope, I cannot remember it at all. Okay, so we'll just go back to talking about the. So I've got the bottom one in there, and normally I would do it in all one piece, but it didn't kind of work out with the fold, so I'm going to do it in 2 pieces. That's just glued on the bottom. So now, if you don't look at the top, you can see that's like that. I don't think does a robot need a tongue?
No.
No? Can ask. We'll ask the audience. Does a robot need a tongue?
No.
No.
Tell him no, folks.
What was it that he was talking about that I thought was relevant to our story? No idea. This is what happens when you get old.
A foil one.
A foil one. Hello from Ireland. Hello. Maybe an LED light. Oh, that would be cool. The antenna. We are going to put an antenna on top of his head. One of the things I would like to figure out is how to make the antenna go up and down, but that's kind of
Magic.
Well, it would need a mechanic, a piece of mechanical equipment that I don't know how to build yet. But I didn't know how to build puppets before I started this channel, so you can learn just about anything, I think. Man, I wish I could remember what the heck I was talking about with that guy who makes fun of all sorts of things.
I wasn't listening.
Neither was I, apparently. Okay, so I'm cutting this to size, the mouth, so I can do the top of the mouth too. We can glue this in while we're talking about this. He talks about YouTube things that he doesn't like, and no idea. I'll have to go back. I'll try to remember it, but I will link the video that I was talking about if I can remember. It's, you know, the problem, Nate, is that when I'm on a live stream, I always feel like I have to entertain everybody. I mean, you're here, so you're very entertaining. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, but I feel like I'm talking a lot.
Too.
I didn't know how to make videos until I started YouTube, and I still don't. Oh, we're all just figuring this out on our own here. So I feel like I need to keep the conversation going because it's not here so much, but on this, there's a channel called You Now, which is like, it's like Twitch, if you've ever seen Twitch, which is a gaming channel. But You Now is like, you can go on it and people can give you tips, and I think they call them bars.
Tips?
Yeah, so like they'll give you...
Like in a restaurant?
Well, you buy these little... Yeah, like in a restaurant. So they'll tip you for being entertaining, but they'll do something like, I have a story to tell, and I will tell it to you if we get to 10,000 likes. And I'm like, why would you do that? That just seems like you're blackmailing your audience.
No awkward pauses.
No awkward pauses. Yeah, so I don't like to... Yeah, younow.com. Feel the same way for live streams.
Better than his channel because we don't have any awkward pauses.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
You
So I was
review it if you want, but I can't do it with my furry hands.
Fuzzy pipe cleaners on fishing line for an antenna. Yeah, the thing is that I could do it if this wasn't solid, if this wasn't the what do you call it, the styrofoam ball. If this was just regular foam, like
You mean that's not metal?
clank clank clank. I could
With the trolley?
I could cut a hole in it, and then I could just have it come up from the bottom. But because he's solid, I don't want to drill through, because if you break the styrofoam, it's gonna be, that'll be it. That'll be over.
Crumbly.
It'll be crumble. It'll be gone. And this took a lot. Oh, hello, Maghale Gamble. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. I try to read everybody's
We have
name.
12 people on here.
We do. We had, yeah, we're doing, I think moving at 8 o'clock has worked really well. We used to go at 5.
Right along. 13!
13! La. So that's pretty much it. So now he's got the inside of a mouth. So yeah, if you're going to, what about an old radio antenna? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We would go to like Salvation Army or Goodwill or Savers. Or Savers is another. I don't know if they have it everywhere, but it's a.
But the idea is to make it go up and down.
Up and down.
By itself.
If it could
Remote control.
I wish we had a remote control. Yeah, but get like an old transistor radio and just put that on top of there. So the thing with this puppet is I was going to build a neck for it, because like a lot of puppets, that's how you hide the neck in your hand, right? So this would be a neck. And I was going to make it out of like PVC piping or something.
But we use green screen.
So we have these suits. If you've ever seen someone, what's it called? They're just called a color suit or something like that.
You can buy them at Halloween stores.
Yeah, you buy it at the Halloween store. It covers you completely. They're very tight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell your religion.
Yeah, you can see a whole lot with those people. But it's in green, and if you key out the green screen, this guy can float, so you won't see the arm. Morph suit, that's what it's called, thank you. So yeah, so he's just going to float. So the one thing I have to do is just find something, I'm going to put like little fins or something to cover. So yeah, these are family show, remember. Yeah, we have to be very careful. But this is nice. Yeah.
It's a family show.
Shh. So he's going to float. What else do we have to say about him? He
dislikes things.
So I think he's pretty much done. The red, if people have seen Instagram, if you haven't joined my Instagram, it's instagram.com/xingcat. And we also have a Facebook group as well. A thin antenna, yeah, we have to, or maybe just a beret. I dislike it. So he's a robot from Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I haven't seen that in so long. I don't remember what the robot looks like, but does he look like...
What's a Shark Boy?
There was a movie about where they... It wasn't the Spy Kids. Was it by the same guy who did Spy Kids? I can't remember. But it was Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
You're looking at the wrong person.
It was a movie. But you're probably too young for that movie.
Yeah.
You haven't seen it.
Yes.
Yeah, it was by... Yeah, so somebody said that he looked like a Dalek. So I tried to make it look a little bit less like a Dalek. Yeah, styrofoam. That's what I was going to talk about. Styrofoam. You have to be very careful with styrofoam, because styrofoam, if you use spray paint on it, it disintegrates. Oh, you know what? Can you get something for me?
What?
Downstairs, can you get either the gold cow's head or the gold ram's head that I painted?
They're creepy.
They are creepy, but they look. It's a good thing to show how styrofoam.
All right, okay. I'll go.
And it also might give. Okay.
All right.
Might give somebody a rest for his hand too. So I'll show you what happens when you spray paint styrofoam that you haven't treated, because I know that's what you came here for. The styrofoam, if you don't treat it, if you don't put something on top before you spray paint it, even a spray paint that's meant for something like that, like this Flexi dip. Robert Rodriguez, that's right. Yeah, thank you. It will actually disintegrate, and so you have to treat it with something, and some of the things you can treat it with are White glue, if you take Elmer's glue, just the kind that you use for school projects. Little kids use it for like making projects. You can thin that down and spread it on, but I use something called Mod Podge. Mod Podge it's basically a thin white glue by itself, but it's for like decoupage, which is you take paper and you can cover it with the glue, and when it dries, it's clear and it's shiny, or it can be matte too. So I painted this with the Mod Podge first, then we hit it with the red, and then today I just put on the silver because I figured he was looking a little bit too new, and I wanted, if he was going to be the dislike bot, he had to have a reason to dislike everything, and I figured if he'd been beat up, it gives cooked polymer clay a nice sheen. Yeah, it's really cool stuff. And one of the things I'm learning all about in working with all of these foam things is how to, one of the great resources online on YouTube is if you look up anything to do with cosplay, they know everything. A good cosplayer seems to know everything about working with foam. And those mats that you use to, like if you ever put down mats in your garage, those ones, they look like a jigsaw puzzle where you know, the edges all kind of snap together. That is actually really good for making costumes out of. You can cut them. Maybe you could put a few pits in him with coins. Well, one of the other reasons that yes, in vinyl too, yeah. The ones like at the gym. Yeah, at the gym or at a nursery or something like that. Ooh! Oh, I like that. Oh, she's got a visor. The visor still has, oh, there we go. Yeah, oh, I like your visor.
Thank you.
So,
Gets the hair out of my face.
so this, when we made the cow and the sheep puppet, we bought some stuffed animals, some realistic looking stuffed animals it looks really nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. We bought some stuffed animals to use as reference, and what I did was I took apart the stuffed animal and I used them as patterns.
Patterns.
And but inside the stuffed animal were these styrofoam heads, which I thought that'd look nice on the wall. Because I don't know if you've ever seen our walls. Let me just show you guys for a second. Oh, this is kind of. Let me just see if I can turn this. Our walls are like covered with a ton of paintings and stuff, which are all. Anybody who's watched my videos would tell you, all of our paintings are crooked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cosplay isn't fully my thing. I prefer a real sword instead of styrofoam. Right, yeah. A lot of places, though, if you go someplace like a convention center, they won't let you have a real sword. So you have to use the styrofoam and all that. But so we had these styrofoam shapes that held the shape of the head inside of the fur. And so I painted it. I thought I'd paint them gold, but I didn't treat it. And this was very smooth at the beginning. And now that's what it looks like, which I think it makes it look kind of cool.
Creepy.
It is kind of creepy, but it's kind of cool. But that's what happens. And I wanted him to be smooth on top. So we Mod Podged him first.
Mod Podge.
Mod Podge.
Mod Podge.
Mod Podge.
He did it. I couldn't do it because my hands are too furry.
Can't get Mod Podge on your fur either. Although, where else do we have Mod Podge? Well, we have white glue.
White glue.
Where else did we put it on you?
I don't know.
On your eyes?
You're not supposed to tell the beauty secrets.
So, cheers. Thanks so much for joining.
Phrase you right back at you.
That does look pretty cool, actually. It looks like a dino skull that's been painted gold. Yeah, it's kind of cool. One of the things, I bought a bunch of plastic gems at Joann's Fabrics, and I'm going to try gluing them on it. Have you ever seen like those skulls that they pulled out that have like diamonds? They're all covered in diamonds. I don't know if there are.
What circles do you run into?
I go on different parts of the internet, so I was thinking I would put gemstones all over it and see if that works, because it was something we would have been thrown away otherwise. Indiana Jones, yeah, just like that. So,
And the Temple of Hot Glue.
And the Temple of Hot Glue. And what I'm doing right now, if you see, gemstones would look really cool. I think they would. So if you see me...
Maybe Robot would like some gemstones.
He might do well with... I was thinking a couple of... If I could figure out a battery-operated light. The problem with the lights is we bought some battery-operated Christmas lights, which are used in our New Year's video. and with the green screen they just go away because they don't really show up. So we bought a bunch of them at where was it?
IKEA?
No, that cheap
IKEA.
No, the clothing store at the Burlington Mall.
Primark.
Yeah, at Primark.
Not IKEA.
They had them for like $1 for a string of lights, and we thought it would work, but it kind of didn't. It didn't.
It didn't.
It didn't work. Ooh, people are leaving in droves. They don't want to hear about hot glue.
Is it something I said?
I think it. You know what I think it is it's been almost 40 minutes, so we've been here a
Wow.
while. But I'm just finishing up the edges with this hot glue.
Somebody's arm must be tired.
Is somebody's arm tired?
Probably.
Probably. Well, back to 11. I love how people come in and out. It's really kind of cool. So, yeah. So it's been pretty good. Time really. When you're on a live stream, it's amazing how quickly time goes. I have seen people though. There are a couple of channels I watch, and they do. I think that they like live streaming more than anything else because they'll do like. One person does it while she edits. She just live streams while she edits her regular videos, and her live streams can go on for 9-10 hours. She just
I'm not doing 9-10 hours.
No.
I need some sleep.
I know, we all need sleep. So yeah, so I think that people
Sleep.
they're used to turning on their live stream. Or there's also a art channel that he'll do like 4 or 5 hour live streams while he draws a picture. So, and I got hot glue all over the back of this felt. That's okay, it's in the back. I was trying to do the seam, and it kind of just didn't work out. That's okay. You can't see it very much anyway. So he's done. That looks good. I like that. I'm pretty pleased with him. I'm inclined to agree with Pixie. Yeah, we try to keep it an hour or less, but usually more than a half an hour.
What did I say that he's agreeing with me?
To go to sleep. Okay. Your eyes don't close when you go to sleep.
I'm just resting.
You're just resting. Okay. Ooh, your visor turned out. There we go. I like the visor, though. I've got to say, that's a good addition. We could make it into a... Oh, you know what you could do? You could get one of the... You know those ladies' hats that lets the hair out from the top? That would be kind of cool, too.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Or a crown.
A tiara!
A tiara! You could have a tiara.
I want a tiara.
You could have a tiara. That would be pretty cool. So Dislike Bot, I think, is going to be completely done. Well, he'll be done enough by tomorrow because we have to film Sullivan.
Does he have wings?
Well, I think I'm going to give him fins on the outside here. So I think Princess Pixie.
Princess Pixie.
Princess Pixie. So I think I'm going to give him 2 fins on both sides. I'll probably cut it out of the same...
And Pika the Knave.
Pika the Knave?
The Knave. The Knave.
A hollow tiara. Ooh, like holographic. That'd be cool.
Wow.
I could probably buy a tiara, like a plastic tiara, at the party section of the Dollar Tree, and we could paint it with holographic nail polish.
Weird.
That's weird. That'd be cool, though.
But if it's holographic, it's not going to hold my hair up.
No, that's true. Oh, I see what you're talking about, yeah. If it was a real hologram.
If it's a real hologram.
Hologram? Holographic, yeah.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Yep. So, what were you looking at?
Help me,
Oh, you were
Obi-Wan
doing the
Kenobi,
thing. Oh,
you're my
I get
only
it.
hope.
I get it. So, yeah, Dislike Bot's going to have
Help me,
to...
Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Are you done?
One more.
Maybe we could get...
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
We could get cinnamon buns and we could make them into your Princess Leia buns. Not on.
Let me do the humor, folks.
Hope me, Obi-Wan Pika, you're my only hope. It's the holograms that use ultrasound to make you feel surfaces. Ooh, hey there, Jelly Duck. Hi, nice to meet you. We just finished. Dislike Bot. So yeah,
Is
so
that
he's
his
gonna.
voice?
No, that's because Peter's gonna do his voice.
Oh.
By tomorrow, for the Sullivan video, because we're filming the Dislike.
Not too much pressure.
Hey there, Mr. Roboto. Dislike. So yeah, we've got we're gonna film a Sullivan video. We were gonna do it last week, but this took a little bit longer than I thought. But I'm very pleased with him. Domo arigato. So yeah, where did you get the yellow watch? Oh, my yellow watch. It's so funny.
Bead show.
At a bead show. So one of the things that I don't do it so much anymore. I don't make them anymore. But see all these little bracelets? Yep, all my little bracelets. Years ago.
I want a bracelet.
You want a bracelet?
I want a bracelet.
Okay, we'll give you a skull bracelet. It's a skull bracelet made with little skulls.
It's green.
I don't know if it's... It might be a little... There we go. How's that?
Oh, do I look pretty?
Yeah, as long as it
hidden
doesn't...
in the hair, in the fur.
Yeah, it might cut off your circulation.
Ow!
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Just don't want to break it. Or your fur. There we go. Okay. So these little bracelets, years ago, I was at the mall and I was buying a pair of shoes, and at the shoe store, they had all of these bracelets. Not these bracelets, but bracelets that look like this. They were kind of... Oh, there's fur all over this one. And they were just bracelets on elastic string. I don't know if Justin's still here. Justin Bennett makes beaded bracelets out of pony beads, out of, they call them turbo beads too, I think. And you can buy just this elastic...
in Pike's ears?
Yeah. You can buy this elastic cord just at Michael's. It costs nothing almost, and the beads are really inexpensive. So the bracelets at the shoe store cost like $18 a piece, and they're just made out of beads that you can make a bracelet for like $2. So I made all these bracelets, and so I started
He's got a drawer full of them, folks.
I do. So I started going to
Obsession.
I started going to this bead show, which shows up. It travels around the country, and every couple of months it will show up in Marlborough, Massachusetts, which is close by to where we live. Oh my God! I saw your head. You saw Peter head right over there.
No, you didn't.
Somebody's getting tired. He's showing up on camera. I love your bracelets. Thank you. So I go to this bead show where they sell like loose beads, and they're super cheap because it's all wholesalers that go there. And they were selling these watches. A lot of watches like this. I also have a black one that has little beads in it. And this watch I think was $3 because they're super cheap. It's plastic. I think they're made in China. They break really fast, but they're really nice. And they look really good. I mean, it looks like it has a lot of mechanisms on it, but it's just a single cheapo watch. So, yeah. How many watches do I have? I have like 25 watches, and they're all cheap.
Not as many as the bracelets.
Not as many as the bracelets. I used to sell the bracelets, too. I used to sell them online, but it cost more for me to mail them out. It took so much time to mail them out that it was like the price per hour was just crazy. So we stopped doing that.
Slave labor, folks.
It's like slave labor. So maybe at some point, though, we were talking about maybe at some point we would make puppets and sell them online. Ooh, after I get better at it. I'm not really that good at it yet.
You need an assembly line.
I just need a sewing machine.
And a work song.
One thing,
We're gonna make a puppet.
That'll work. Yes, do it.
We're gonna sew it all night long.
So Ellen Stevenson, who is here.
Yes, we're gonna make a puppet.
So Ellen, who's here.
Am I coming on too strong?
Ellen is somebody I met at VidCon. Remember I went out to VidCon?
Yeah.
And I am making her...
You met Ellen DeGeneres at VidCon?
No, I met Ellen Stevenson at VidCon. And she does a drag character named Daphne.
Daphne?
Daphne.
Like the Scooby-Doo?
It's like it's the same name, but it's a what is she?
The Dragon Slayer princess.
She's supposed to be like a 12-year-old girl who likes to get dressed up in drag. I think that's it. And so she has a very distinctive look, and so I'm going to make a puppet for her. I'm going to finish up a puppet for her.
10-year-old.
10-year-old.
And that's the truth.
One of the cool things that you did, Ellen, was you showed off a headband made out of doll heads, which I thought was cool, so I'm going to try to replicate that too.
That is so creepy!
You keep hitting me with your head! With your visor. Your visor keeps hitting me in the face.
Come in?
Yeah. That would be interesting. Yeah, if you go on Ellen's Instagram, you can see it's just really cool. It's kind of like a Trixie Mattel, if you know drag queens. It kind of looks like that. And we also have to finish up this guy. We made
Trixie Hobbitses.
Trixie Hobbitses?
Yes. Precious.
Oh, I get it. We also have, I honestly can't wait. Yeah, so that one should be easier than the monsters because regular felt is easier to sew than fur. So that should be done very soon.
Is it hot in here or is it me?
It's getting very hot. And plus, your fur.
Yeah.
Fur and a cool t-shirt.
Why don't we have the AC on?
Because it's too loud for live streams.
Oh.
Oh. So, I think we're going to probably end this.
I'm too loud for live streams, too.
I think we're all too loud for live streams.
Okay.
So it's almost 9 o'clock. It's 10 minutes of 9, so I think we're going to end this up, plus the cats the heck's the cat doing? I just heard her over there. She's making a lot of noise. So I think we're going to finish this up.
Never mind the fact that we're probably creeping out the neighbors.
Oh, I know. I always wonder about that. The neighbors see the light go on, the really bright light at the middle of the night, and then they hear us talking in funny voices. Noisy kitty. So next week, I think what we'll do is we'll finish this. We wouldn't want the AC to drown out Pixie. Nope. Have your neighbors said anything
Oh,
yet?
it won't drown me out!
The neighbors, we live in a duplex. There's this apartment, and then on the right side, there's another apartment. And the neighbors next door are the quietest people ever. They never talk to us, which is...
They're not quiet. They just
don't talk to us. They're really nice people, I guess. They seem it. They always say... Well, they wave hello. They don't really talk to us very much. But we've had some bad neighbors in this apartment. Remember Danny?
We don't talk about him.
We don't talk about Danny. We had a neighbor who... he was on some stuff. So he was interesting, and he used to yell at his girlfriend a lot, right next to us. So a few.
Why don't you love me?
Why don't you love me? So he was an interesting cat. So next week I think we'll be making another puppet, or I'll be finishing up whatever puppets that I'm working on. I still have this guy. We made this foam head a couple of weeks ago. I think he looks like a frog.
A turtle?
Oh, a turtle. We can make a turtle puppet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll make him. Maybe we're gonna make him into a turtle, because he's good. So I could. Yeah. So I'll figure out what to do.
Can't green screen him though.
Can't. Well, not. He could be for 3-ingredient recipes. Although
Okay.
Herschel would be a little bit
upset.
Maybe he could be Herschel's cousin.
Steve.
Dashel. Steve. I was thinking a turtle. Yeah, he looks a bit. He has like a little turtley kind of face. So maybe we'll finish him up. I'll make that would be a fun foam body to make. Would be a big turtle shell. So maybe I'll make him into a big turtle shell to go with his, because the head's a little bit small for a hand. If you see, there's a
Gotta build the shell so the head goes in.
Yeah. Oh my God, that would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Okay, so for next week, I think I'm going to try to make a turtle shell so that we can start putting that together. And I can actually use, I was talking about that.
And you said Pika had the imagination.
Yeah. I was thinking we could make it out of that foam, those foam floor mats like they do on cosplay, so we could learn how to do that. Yeah, so you can knock on it and all that. Cool. I meant Shy is leatherback turtle. Yeah, I mean we'll make it out of the foam, and then I could treat it and paint it to look like a turtle shell.
Very cool.
Yeah. He has seams on his face, so I would love to keep it like this, but I don't know how to cover up the seams. Maybe I'll look this up on how to cover up the seams
You
too.
just use a very similar fabric.
Yeah, or maybe even just a little bit more foam and do like a little ridge or something like that. Just glue it on. We'll figure it out. Or I mean, puppets have seams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where?
Well, you don't have any seams because you're covered in fur.
Exactly.
And you're not a puppet, you're a monster.
Yeah.
We're getting punchy,
You have
guys. So we're going to go for this week.
We're going to log off now.
Thanks so much for joining us. If you liked this live stream and you want... I always say if people have a YouTube channel, the chat here doesn't stick around, so come back and go back on the video and just put your channel in the comments so that you can let other people know about it. We live stream every Monday at 8 o'clock. On Wednesdays, we upload a Sullivan Spaniel video. On Thursdays, we upload a 3-ingredient recipe. And on Sundays, we have a George the Self-Esteem Cat. And sometime in between all of that, we're going to start having Pixie and Pika.
And you wonder why you're tired?
And I wonder why I'm tired all the time. So good night, everybody. Good night from
Bye-bye.
Good night from the new turtle. Good night from Pixie and Pika. And good night from the dislike bot. Thank you very much. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.